Hello everyone, it's my Farmer 6710. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to day 42 on the big 132 model farm Diorama display. There's plenty going on as always, guys. And there's a few exciting things happening as well, especially over at the new farm. There's always new machinery being introduced and new improvements as well. So we'll get into that in a few minutes, and there's also plenty going on everywhere else. So starting off in PJ's farm, you may think that there's another tractor run going on, but no, there isn't. Basically, these three tractors here, they're kind of more so tractors that belong to the other farm that PJ has down to the forest. If you remember last season on the mud farm, he has a bit of a forest or a farm near a bog. So they're going back to that farm there. The county has to go back on the log trailer, and the international has to go back on the wood chipper, and then I think the 7010 is going on the log splitter. And then they need to tidy up a few tracks around the yard, around the farm, so they're bringing the 3C down as well. And the international has the 40k gearbox, so it can go a bit faster than the other tractors there. And there's not too much progress on the house as it's real cold this week, and the boys are kind of a bit too soft. They're gone soft, and no work has been done since last episode, unfortunately. But however, it's coming up for Christmas, so there probably won't be anything done until after Christmas, I'd say. The 1200 and the 690s is parked up there. They'll probably be put in the shed there after this episode. Nice to see the Citroen is halfway in the shed anyway. Get a bit of cover from the rain. And then the JCB teleporter is also parked up too. So moving down the road, you have a beef farmer going out to his out farm, or a few fields he has. He's just putting a bale into the ring feeder. He probably gives them a bale every day or two. We have about 6 or 7 cattle out on the very young stock as well, so they're not really trampling the ground as much as the big cattle. So he's in his New Holland teleporter, and he's heading down. They're still drawing soil out of the building site like last episode. Robert has got a bit of a problem with the John Deere 75 or 6930, and Robert's brother has a bit of a bother with the 7499, so that's why the dates is taken over, and he had to call in his friend with the dates and put on his dump trailer there. So there's only one drawing out of the site at the moment, but hopefully Robert will get the problem with the 6930 all solved, so get drawn, get rocking. Here on the main road we have one of the sawmills in the Fen 936 and a log trailer. He is actually coming from PJ's farm, and he is taking the lumber out of the stockpiles he has, and he's bringing it to the sawmill. PJ's getting a decent price for them, so nice to see that's happening. And look who it is, it's Finbar. He's only after going to visit the brother and everything for a bit of a Christmas, see how they're getting on and give him a Christmas card. And he's just coming back here, and he's after getting a big massive freight. This yoke is going 60k around the bends, and he's after getting a big massive freight. And he's nearly clipping the fence post, so he is nearly after going into the ditch. But over here in James and Michael's contracting yard, it's a bit of a quiet one today. A bit of jobs around the farm. As you know, they're at silage last episode, which is kind of hard to believe, as we're nearly coming up to Christmas time. They nearly don't belong in the same sentence. But yeah, no, all the machinery, the silage machine is kind of parked up the F4, and then the chrome big M. There's just a bit of a problem there on the bed, or the gearbox there. It's not really running properly, so they might think they might have to get it rebuilt for the. But it's nice to see. Well, it's not nice to see, but it's good to that it happened now, as they can have it fixed during the winter time and have it all ready for first cut next year. And then the T7 210 Blue Power is after coming back from its first job with the Hitachi 210, and yeah, it's probably going to be back for the Christmas time anyway, and then be back on the sites in the new year. But yeah, that's about it there with the T7. Usually the Black Power T7 will be usually pulling the low loader and the digger, as it has the most horsepower, but they decided to put the Blue Power on it today. See how it cope. Obviously cope no bother. And then here we have one of the friends popped in there. He's passing by and he said he'd pop in there to say Happy Christmas and have a chat. As you see, he's well impressed with the big arm anyway, as last year he was here, the big arm wasn't here, and he's well impressed with how everything is going for James and Michael. And he has a nice tractor himself, a nice Fendt 820 and a Kuhn hedge cutter, so he's doing well as well. And then the T7260 is in the workshop there. Nothing wrong with it now, just in the workshop. So thankfully everything's all running smooth and a-okay. Last but not least, for this side of the farm, there's a lovely 48210 coming down the road, and he's scanning a few silage bales from the out farm to bring back to the home farm. So that's about it for this side of the farm. Let's see what's going on elsewhere.
Right guys, kicking it off in the BGA. We have a JCB 416S just parked up after feeding into the plant. We have a vulture and a 4,000 gallon Red Rock sucking up a load here. And the Kramer is parked up. They'll be feeding more into the digest plant now soon. Here we have the TM190 and the cane trailer heading home. After doing that long draw of muck and all, it's after parting ways and heading on home. Everything's done, thank God. The pub and the churches, well, the pub is filled anyway, and coming up to Christmas now, church will be fairly alive. I'm just here at the junction. Massey Ferguson 2620 and a beat, full trailer a beat for feed is just heading back to a pig farm. Very nice setup, and nice to see a vintage setup, like such a clean 2620 and lovely trailer. Moving in to Robert's Dairy Farm. So just in here in the workshop, something very big's going on. The cab is off the 8210. Robert's in there doing the gearbox. Few problems there, so he's just redoing it, putting in a new one and all. So very big job. The cab is just parked there. They lifted it off at the teleporter there earlier, so very big job. And there's a bit of an oil leak with the 6930 here, so Ryan's over here and he's just gonna try fix it anyway. 6290's parked up, was going all week. And 8560 on the Keenan feeder and the John Deere teleporter. Ian is just loading that up. We've a few problems with the Massey, as you heard last episode. There's a problem with the transmission. It's not accelerating, so it's not going up to the top speed, which is a bit annoying, so we're going to have to get that looked at. But as you can see, there's loads of meal in there, and he's just mixing in a bit of meal with to make a bit of TMR. But everything else is kind of parked up. Very big job at the 8210 doing the gearbox. And just over here, the cows are just after breaking out, and one of the relief milkers, thank God, is there. He's just having a bit of panic. He's just throwing them back in now, while the young lad is doing a bit of scraping. They were all milked, and as you can see, a few of them are gone into the slats there, which is very nice to see. Milling down the road is a young lad here in a Fiat 14090 heading to a tractor on. Very nice tractor. And moving on. So over here on Adrian's farm, the exciting part, as you can see, he bought a new to him Case 195 CVX and a major tanker. Very nice setup. He bought the case with low hours, and it's very clean, as you can see. Very nice tractor. And he over here with the Major has its stickers peeling and the paintwork's a little bit off, as it was parked outside most of its life, but he wanted a bit of a project to do, so he'll be doing that over the winter. And as you see, he bought a new mower over here, so he's fairly progressing. He got a new diesel tank in, and you might have noticed the new stone walls that he had lads in doing. So the farm is progressing rapidly, and hopefully can't wait to see what happens in the next episode. He's wanted to plant a hedge here, but we'll see what happens. That's it for the model farm today.
So thanks everybody for watching, guys. It's a pretty nice episode coming into winter, and probably the last episode before Christmas time, to be honest. We do have the Christmas special coming up next week, so look forward to that, guys. It's a good few entries, and if you haven't entered anything in, please make sure you do. And there has been plenty of rumours going on around about Robert's farm, what's going to be happening in the future, some very sad things happening, or what I've been hearing, so I'm not going to say anything in case it's false rumours, but there's some people that do like to make up rumours and just for a bit of drama, but if it is what I've heard is true, I will report it. But hopefully you enjoyed the video, guys. Please like, comment and subscribe, and I'll see you again in the next video. Bye for now.